It's the BGs going up against the EV Hearts, starting off round number 6 for season 7 in the Metronome Madness League. The Veltal's out on the field for the BGs. The EV Hearts start with their Latias. Let's go ahead and jump into this exciting match. Latias is going to start things off here, and it's going to go for an Amnesia, the setup at the beginning of the battle. Good choice by the EV Hearts. Amnesia's gonna raise his special defense. Yveltal gets to go. Here comes the Yveltal with an aerial ace. So it goes on the attack to start the match. Aerial ace doing a decent amount of damage. Latios taking that hit. And here we go. Latios now going for a gunk shot. Ooh, Gunk Shot's not a bad move to use. Gunk Shot, not doing a whole lot of damage though against that Yveltal. Yveltal does get to eat its berry, which does damage to the Latias. So almost at half health now, and there goes the Yveltal with a double kick. Now that will be resisted. We'll get the Latias in the yellow though. So the BGs seem to be on top of the battle so far, but we've known from watching these battles that the first bit or the first matchup of the battle does not determine who's going to win. There goes the acid spray. Although it could get you a good leg up. Acid spray doing a little bit of damage. A lot of poison moves coming from the EV Hearts right now. And there we go. The Cotton Guard. Veltal raising his defense up with that. Latias on the attack. It goes for a lunge. That's going to be neutral against the Yveltal. So not a bad move to use, but doesn't do that much damage. Does drop Yveltal's attack though. Yveltal seems tired of the Latios, so it's going to go ahead and make it swap out with the Roar. So Latios now comes out onto the field for the EV Hearts. They were able to draft both Latias and Latios on their team, and it's been working out for them so far. Doing pretty decent. There goes the Clanging Scales. That does a lot of damage. They should have stuck with the Latias. It seems the Latios just immediately gets rid of the Yveltal with one move. Of course, his defenses drop after using that, and we'll see if that affects him at all. Azelf going to come out onto the field for the BGs. As soon as Past DJ figures out how to play the game, apparently. There goes Azelf. Azelf on the field for the BGs. Now, it gets to go first. It's going to go for an Expanding Force. That's going to be resisted. Remember, Latios is a Psychic-type Pokemon as well. Doesn't do that much damage. And there it goes with an Energy Ball. Energy Ball actually doing a decent amount of Azelf. Takes a pretty big hit from that move. Great job by the Latios. It's come out to fight, and it's been doing the damage for the EV Heart so far. There goes the Flatter. Gonna confuse the Latios, raising his special attack as well, so watch out for those moves. Although it may hit itself in confusion. See if it can break through this time. It does. BG's hoping for a physical move and not a special one. It goes for a Sheer Cold. That didn't matter. Would have knocked it out anyway, but that does not land. EV Hearts seem like they're out for blood. There goes the Azelf with a Sacred Sword. Again, another resisted move from the BGs. Doing a little bit of damage, but not a lot. Latios breaks through the confusion once more. And there it goes. Has to go for a Water Pledge. Water Pledge, oh my gosh. Doing a lot of damage after that Flatter. And that Azelf is in the red. There goes the Azelf with a Sweet Kiss. It's already confused. Had to wait until it snapped out of confusion. Latios hasn't hit itself once. This is the third term in a row. It snapped through it. Goes for a withdrawal, this time raising its own defenses. Azelf was a bit too early with trying to confuse it again. I think they thought it would have snapped out by now, but it didn't. There goes the Shadow Ball from Azzo. Now that will be super effective. That does a lot of damage. Latios in the red. It has its berry to eat now. Gonna raise a little bit of HP with that Enigma berry. Putting it back in the yellow. Latios still confused, but still didn't hit it, so 4 turns in a row. What are the chances there? The Fusion Flare coming from the Latios. That hits Azelf and it's done. Second Pokemon to faint on the BGs. EV Hearts have their full team. Gotta remember the Latias swapped out. So they have not lost a Pokemon yet. BGs send out their Tornadus. There goes the Tornadus starting things off for this matchup here. It has 3 Pokemon to get past. Now we've seen a Pokemon get past 4 Pokemon, so it's not impossible. It goes for a bounce. That will be a stab and not super effective, but a stab move coming from that Tornadus. So not a bad idea if it can land and can paralyze if Latios just so happens not to faint. There goes the bounce. Does a lot of damage. Latios can't hack it. It goes down. First Pokemon for the BGs to knock out. EV Hearts gonna send out their Latias back to the field. And there goes Tornadoes already has a leg up on the Latias. They can even this match out if they can just get past it. Tornadoes gonna go first again, this time with a pound. Not the strongest move to use. Does a decent amount of damage though. Latias gets to go now. And it goes for a lash out. Lash out from Latias. Doing a little bit of damage. Not a whole lot to that Tornadus. BGs have to be happy with that. As Tornadus goes for the Flail. Flail barely doing anything. Latias now for the retaliation. Going for the Stomping Tantrum, which won't hit the Tornadus. Bad idea. Tornadus is flying. You can't hit him with moves that affect the ground. There it goes with the Misty Terrain. So that's on the field right now. There we go. The Calm Mind from the Latias. Interesting. EV Hearts decide to set up a little. And that could be dangerous if the BGs don't knock this Latias out. There we go. Tornadus. Will it go for the attack? It goes for a Rock Throw, not a strong one. Rock Throw does land though, puts Latias in the red, but does not knock it out. Latias has the potential to knock out the Tornadus now. Goes for a Spore. Interesting. That will put Tornadus to sleep. So not a bad move. They didn't attack, but they did buy themselves some time to either heal or set up to really do some damage. They don't need to sweep, they just need to knock this Tornadus out. And here we go. There goes the Latias with an Uproar. Oh, that's going to wake it up. It put it to sleep and then woke it up. Uproar, though, did a lot of damage. Tornadus in the yellow. Tornadus. Can it knock out this Latias? Goes for a Payday. There it goes. Payday does knock out the Latias. It's done. EV Hearts down to their last Pokemon. BG's trying to claw their way back into this battle, and they might have just done it as Cresselia comes out onto the field. However, the EV Hearts still have the advantage, with Cresselia having more health at the moment. There goes the Tornadus now. Going for a Soft Boil. Tornado is actually going to heal itself. There we go. That's one way to even the playing field. The downside, though, as well, is BG's have used a lot of the PP for Metronome, and that might come to bite them in the end. So they're really going to have to choose their moves wisely. There goes the Whirlpool coming from Cresselia, and not doing a lot of damage, but we always say that residual damage is worth a whole lot as Tornadus gets hit by the Whirlpool there. Misty Terrain is gone now. So there's a clock on that Tornadus for both his PP and the Whirlpool damage that is taking, and it chooses to use it by going for Autotomize at a... Okay. It raises its speed, but it was already the fastest on the field. So I consider that a wasted turn for the BGs. And a Fiery Dance comes out from the Cresselia. Fiery Dance doing a good amount of damage. Tornadus in the yellow and then gets hit by the water afterwards. Tornadus not looking too hot. Cresselia did not get any boost from that Fiery Dance either. Interesting. There goes the Tornadus with the Dragon Pulse. Dragon Pulse. Not doing a whole lot at all. Eevee Hearts going for the Psybeam. Psybeam lands. Tornadus, 13 HP. There goes the Whirlpool. Whirlpool knocking it out, and that's it. The Eevee Hearts come away with the win. Interesting battle. Eevee Hearts started off pretty strong, and you got to give it to the BGs. They really tried to come back into that battle, but they couldn't pull it off at the end with the last hits going to that Cresselia, giving the Eevee Hearts the win. So congratulations to them. Eevee Hearts are 5-1. They're one of the powerhouse teams to watch out for this season, and in their division, they are now first, second to, with the Charmeleons being second to them. Well, thank you very much for watching this. If you enjoyed the battle, make sure you subscribe and hit that like button for more Metronome Madness League. Special thanks to the patrons for supporting the channel. We very much appreciate it, and we will catch you next time.